Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call software demonstration for September 7th, 2022. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. To access the Zoom call, we'll scroll down the website and we'll look for this Zoom banner and you can click through. If you'd like to be part of the demonstration call, you can join Cathy's daily energy clearing group. It would be labeled as client group when she does the demonstration. If you'd like to know Cathy's latest blog posts, you can locate them here on Twitter and just click through and it'll take you right over to her latest blog post. Or you can also click here where it says archive blog list and that will take you over to everything she's ever done. If you'd like to have more information on the SRC4u software or purchase it, you can click here, ask Cathy anything you'd like. If you'd like to demo the software, there is a trial period for free that you can demo the software. To complement the software, there is the shift pin and more information to click here. We're going to click through, and this is going to take us over to the Zoom call where it will be live, so you may want to lower the volume on your speakers. One moment, please.
Let me show you where we are. This was from yesterday, and we're still going. It looks like with our upgrades, we're really getting powerhouse treatment. So in the screencast, if any of you got a chance to look at that, you see I held off on the testing the meridians till today, just so you get an idea of the significance of that when it's necessary. So if you see the meridian come up, just test and see if, and I look for a number 70 or higher. Nope. I don't believe the gallbladder meridian scan. Interestingly enough, that's been running for a while, so it may be with time. It is balancing itself out without a separate scan. You can get a little idea. Now, this is all the result of our prosperity scan. Check again. Mentioned again. No. And you see some things in here as you go, and there's no reason. It's all subtle, which if you get a chance, I'm gonna include the link from the post that went up this week in reference to the subtle bodies, because that's the work we're doing. We're working with the subtle bodies. And so, for example, you see very often this fractured soul. And that, to me, means we're not making our decisions with the power to manifest what we want. We've lost that realization we can do that. So let's just see, for example, do we want to do any charges? Yeah, we'll take that. And then also, we saw tumor pop up. Do we want to do any charge or focus on that? Remember, this is not the body. This is the etheric field. So again, no, not at this point. Let's look at cyst. It said tumor or cyst. So again, an awareness. If you see that kind of thing popping up, you might want to take a closer look at nutrition, etc. But for now, we'll make that part of our charge focus today. Anyway, you can see we're just de-stressing away here. And I want to show you, go down a little bit more with that. Some things to think about. First of all, I sent out a little acupressure technique the other day for working with the prana, the points with prana. And here's a little link on someone sent on the connection between meridians and emotions. Also, as we're doing this work for prosperity, you might want to think of doing a custom vision board, something for yourself. And I'll probably do a screencast on that to show you how you could do it. It's quite interesting. Also, someone sent, I believe this came from the Lloyd Mirror Group, a polarity prayer. And we are asking in our startup scan, we've got a priority for the polarity cocktail. So let's, meanwhile, just go in here, see how we look with that.
Are you going to send that out, Cathy?
I am, yeah. We got quite a bit today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And a lot of times if it comes up in the 98 or 99, that could indicate some chronic stress. Again, it's all extremely subtle. It's just our energy flowing. We don't necessarily want to charge. Let's see if we want to shed. Okay, look at that. 100% benefit of just 3 times. But then I put in here the current blog post because we are talking about the subtle bodies. And with the idea in mind, and technology can measure all this, the idea in mind that we're in the middle of a field of information, and it appears that these bodies have to be, they're wheels within wheels. The etheric body holds all of them, but they're wheels within wheels, and when they get thrown out of alignment is when perhaps things don't seem to manifest the way we wish they would on a conscious level. So I've added a new thing. I'm doing this for any work, is just real quickly do a scan and see if we have anything out of alignment. And if you read the post, you'll get an idea. Look how good we are right there. So we're good right now. But I'll include a few codes, and then that for those who find some stress in their own work. And then also, I was surprised they had this, but they did in the Grab a Boy. The etheric, emotional, mental, astral, etheric template, celestial, and causal bodies are now in optimal balance and communication with surrounding informational fields. So again, I went ahead for our group and put this in the mastery to run every day for 30 days. And that might be why we're looking so good at this moment in time. But it is quite interesting. If I got kind of, as I've said before, gotten the impression that we might still be in the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden story might have been referring to this matrix of information that we're surrounded by, and that it's all about these bodies here being in alignment. I'll give a quick example. This one right here. I see that people I keep working with and things, what comes to mind immediately is someone with tinnitus. She's got to stop talking and thinking about it. And of course, how hard is that when your ears are ringing? But when I work on her, and then as if we didn't have enough of a signal, because every time I scan her, this is what's off. She actually finished her last session. You know how you finish your sessions and you just got one thing there, and it was illness of the mental body. So she's going to have to do everything in her power to get away from being obsessed with this. And I think we all have a bit of that, whether it be for physical or whatever it is. And then finally, we're going to do a scan shortly for the prosperity. But the other day, do you remember in the group, our very top thing that we wanted was violet light image. And I'm not any expert on that, so I've been doing some reading, and we have a new cocktail. And it appears that one of the things, I like the science of these things. And now they have the science to measure that when a person visualizes the violet light or makes statements, their electrons actually spin faster. And I was surprised at the number of my personal friends that have been working with the with the violet light for a long time. It's very interesting reading. I haven't done any more than the cocktail, and there's some statements you can say. I'm working with that, but it's thought-provoking. So with that, all that in mind, our etheric bodies are all spinning in the patterns that we should be able to pull in this information. That's for fun. Just go ahead and put in our switch word, our string of switch words. Okay, you've got about a 51 there, and that goes all the way up to 102. And we're going to go back and forth. This is another thing that Ron shared with us. And then let's see what we want to add, if anything. Actually, the other day, we did not want to add anything, as I recall. Maybe we did. Let me look. Yeah, no, we didn't want to add anything.
Cathy, question?
Yeah.
The electrons spinning faster, are they automatically spinning at the optimum level? Do we have to worry about aging faster or anything?
No, we should be getting younger. When the electrons spin at a faster rate, that should speed up our consciousness.
Okay.
That's, I think, what they're, and hopefully what's happening, we have the inner technology to do all of this. And so what's happening is we're kind of giving ourselves a reboot. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, now you see, we're again not wanting to add anything to this. So we'll take that out. And then we did have as a priority this daily proclamation, and that's already in there. And then this we're installing this every day, this transmute clause. But I just want to, I'm sure you figured this out already, but you can change this verbiage. For example, for tinnitus, transmute all present, future, and past contracts of tinnitus and take it all up. Take it for any situation and see what happens. Just put it to the test. But we're installing it for the group as far as for the yes therapy. And if you do the user selection question and answer, each time it stops, you'll look in and you'll see it no longer says stop, it says start. Don't just start. Scroll down and see if it rectified to 100. And you'll see certain of these take, quite a few repeats before they go in. And what you're wanting to do, this is so subtle, we're going to do it every day.
So, Cathy, Cathy, can you put the whole thing in the yes therapy?
I did, yeah. I copied the whole thing and put it in.
Okay.
You can put actually huge paragraphs in the yes therapy. You could put your affirmations. You could put your I am statements, etc.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now let's take a look at our list. We did this the other day also, but I got a couple of new additions. That does it. And I didn't want to do this scan ahead of time because, I wanted to see what all we needed to balance out first. Let me make this a little larger. We've gotten quite a few down. We're going down to 22. Let's enlarge it. All right, so these are some of the things. This antidote to the dark plan comes up almost every time. And when I first was testing it for the priority to have in the startup scan, it was 100%. Let's get that one in. Isn't that funny that that's not wanting to come up after I have put it in many times?
Cathy, you have 2 Ks in dark, right?
Is that what it was? Thank you.
I think so.
There we go. Thank you, thank you. Plus, I never know when I have misspelled something. So, let's look. Also, block all, now this is an interesting, block all physical and emotional conditions caused by discarnates. Sometimes you can just paste the whole thing in, other times no. Here's the armor of God. Transmute obstacles into 528 hertz. This is a big one. Focus, if we're going to make some changes. Shielded from manipulation. dimensional disturbances. An interesting wealth building. As yesterday, that was a part of it too. Let's see, 7 hours. So let's go back up here now. This is the good fortune. We asked for this quite a bit. I'm going to do that one later because I got too many running that I don't want to show different names. This is an interesting one too, and I'll have to talk to Kevin. I could not access this one. It's in there, but it just won't load. Look, here's that violet flame image again, and we're asking in some form every day for this violet flame, and as I said, the violet flame seems to represent the Holy Spirit, and it seems to represent, in other words, a very special wisdom that comes in.
You know, it's actually not a bad idea to put the image of the violet flame on every program you run.
Really? Okay, that's not.
Because what it does is it transmutes darkness into light.
All right, thank you. Yeah, because we sure are asking for that. Now I have to talk about this. This is weird stuff, but when I do our priorities, the testing, and I go through everything we've got. This is another area that I'm not that familiar with, but it's seal and tag removal. And right now, I'm just going to do that on my own. I guess I could, well, I'll show you what the heck. It's kind of strange. But I'm going to go in here to the super clear. And go to the clearing. Load. And there you go. So this is very interesting. These are the various seals that apparently have been loaded into us. And then I tried to do a little reading on this. We do have a high priority for the work, but some of these, if there is such a thing, if there's even credibility to this, they are installed to keep consciousness from rising. That's probably something I'm going to deal with on the art of spiritual hygiene side. A little too far out for most people, but you know, when you do this kind of work, you have one responsibility. That's to share what comes up, and that's what came up. Well, let's see how long we want to do the super clear. We don't have a lot, just 4 minutes left. So if it's not 24 hours or 10, then I'll do the rest of this later so we can finish everything else. Not quite, so I'll finish that later. But image, healthy finances. And that is something that we're going to have to do, is more research on this. We don't have a lot of us the knowledge, and a lot of what we have been taught is not actually correct. Well, there's the research. Or you see we're a little weak in that one as a group. implant. I may do the rest of these because we're running out of time. But you can see how important the health is. Well, we might make it. Maybe some of those we've done already. I think this is a cocktail. Again, I'll have to find that one. Let's right now just see how we resonate. This is a great cocktail, this Prosperity 2. I can't recall how we got it.
I think that's a Laura Lassiter one.
It might be. And that's still not it. I don't know. There we go. It's Prosperity Clearing 2. I have to do a little more tweaking. Clarity.
Question: Is the seal and tag removal a cocktail or?
No, it's a super clear cocktail. Yes. I can put a list of the ones being cleared in our notes if you're interested.
Please.
It bears. That's another example, as far as I can see, for research. Just it's something I'm not familiar with. I'm reading up. I have some. I'll show you one in a minute. We're running just a hair behind schedule, or not behind schedule, but there's a lot in our list today. Some of this I just got to for now. I'll show you, for example, quickly. Okay, so I want to show you one. This didn't come up for the group today, but it's been coming up for, and it was a high priority to put in, so I'm learning if I can find it. There, dissolve the Templar seals. And I wasn't familiar with that, but I pulled up on Scribe. There's an article. It says the Templar seals in particular were installed to keep people from ascending. Whether this is true, whether it's not, I can't tell you. I can tell you that we resonated very highly with including it in our startup scan. So there's all kinds of things here. And you can't always go down. Let's just see, for example, if our polarity is okay, or if we have some things at the very bottom as well. Nope, don't need it. Looking good, and that's it for today. Now, if anybody wants that Vogel Crystal YouTube, just shoot me a text or call me or whatever. And other than that, it looks like we're good till Monday.
Great. That was a lot, Cathy. Thank you so much.
There's a lot to this prosperity stuff. And again, some of the things that come up. But if you look at the post, I think more than anything, the significance of all of these fields spinning at this, it's all like a bunch, I read somewhere, it's like a bunch of colanders you got to have all the holes lined up so the information comes in that you need. And I think, with our steady work, that's definitely a factor. But you will see certain days things just are off. Okay, well, everybody have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Kathy, remember that. Take care.
Have a blessed weekend.
Yeah.